Okay guys, so this is one of the series that I've been trying to do on my channel for the longest while, and I finally got around to doing it. So I'm going to be doing some honest reviews of these prop firms, and in all honesty, from a trader to another trader as well. I'm always trying to find some of the best prop firms out there that are reliable, give you them payouts most importantly, but also have some of the best trading conditions as well. So for whatever reason, you don't just get any payouts denied. Now, in terms of some of the biggest prop firms out there, we obviously know we've got FTMO, Funded Next, Funding Pips, and obviously etc, etc. So what I'm going to try and do is, in the beginning of this series, really start to go through some of the bigger prop firms out there, see what their conditions are like, and even start to take the challenges myself. So I'm going to be showing that throughout this entire series. Now, in this video, we're going to be specifically getting into Funded Next. Now, from my honest knowledge, I know that Funded Next is number 2 in the space. In terms of payouts, in terms of the reviews, I mean, I'm just looking at the screen right now, almost 30,000 reviews on Trustpilot. So we can definitely say that they're one of the ones that we should definitely go for. Now, before we get into everything, this is the way this video is going to work. I'm going to get into the actual website as well, see what some of the best evaluations are going to be and the challenges, actually purchase an account in front of you. And then at the end, I'm actually going to be introducing you to one of my students who's been with Funded Next for a while. So I'm going to see his personal insight into this entire thing. So definitely, guys, we've got a long road ahead in this series, but let's get straight into it. And okay, so this seems to be the dashboard over here. I must say on the first glance, it looks very, very clean. So we've got Funded Next that has just recently transitioned into FN. So we're probably going to see that going forwards. Few key things that we can see: up to 95% profit split, up to 300k trading accounts. So I know some other prop firms obviously do a bit bigger. I'd be interested to see if they actually do scaling plans. One of the biggest ones that actually attracted me to Funded Next was this little thing over here, 24-hour guaranteed payouts. So I know a lot of other prop firms out there, they actually give you specific times that they can do their payout in, but 24 hours, I've never really seen this before. And then they finally got the no time limit in the challenge phase as well. To be honest, this is the bog standard that we see in the industry from now on. And it's something that we've seen for the past sort of 2-3 years or so. So on the first glance, looks very, very clean, I've got to say. By the way, before we get into the rest of this video, if you actually use the code down below or on screen right now, you will actually get 120% reward on that first payout. So one of the biggest things, and exclusively to only a few of us YouTube channels out there. So definitely use that code down below. I'm personally going to be using it and showing you throughout the entire way. Now, one of the key stats that we can actually see here in terms of key highlights, they got a 15% profit share in the challenge phase. So I've got to say this is quite unique. And yeah, there we go. They say they're the only trading prop firm that actually does this. No time limit, competitive spreads and high leverage, all that sort of good stuff. And then daily news trading as well. So that seems to be something that they do. Me personally, as you guys know from my strategy and everything, I stay away from these news events, mainly because most people are there just to gamble, and we're not trying to do that, of course. Low leverage, raw spreads, all that sort of good stuff. Now, this is one of the things that I'm definitely interested in. So they're saying average reward 5 hours. Now, in the future, when I get this challenge actually passed and when I do get my first payout, I want to record the entire process. So I want to see if they can actually honor that up to 5 hours. Again, if they don't pay out within 24, they'll give an extra $1,000. So it seems to be one of the good things as well. Now, best trading conditions. Let's actually see. If we go on Prop Firm Match. So we're on Prop Firm Match over here. And as you can see, Funded Next, when it comes to the actual spreads as well, what have they got? So they're on MT5. When it comes to EURUSD, we've got 0.1. When we compare that to FTMO, we've got 0.3. Looking at other pairs, we've obviously got these ones over here. And then in terms of the FX commission per one lot, we've got $5 compared to FTMO's $3. So it seems like if you want to actually be doing a lot of intraday trading, stuff like that, Funded Next seems to have some of the best spreads out there. I mean, now we can see it's just turned to 0. So I'm assuming this is all live. So just a quick little review on that side as well. So in terms of best trading conditions, it does seem like they actually are up there with all the industry leaders and stuff like that. To be honest, when it comes to all these prop firms, I assume they always have around the similar types of conditions. For me, one of the biggest things is the payouts. Can the company actually pay out? Because to be honest, all these smaller prop firms always offer these types of deals where it's 40% off, 50% off or whatever, but do you actually get paid out? That's why with Funded Next, it seems like they don't offer the biggest discounts on their challenges, but they do guarantee these payouts. So that's amazing to hear. Now, getting into the actual challenges, on first view, what do we have? So we've got 2-step or 1-step and Stellar Light. So it'll actually be interesting to see what they actually offer here. So in terms of account sizes, it goes up to 200K. To be honest, I'm going to be going for either the 100K, 200K account, and then obviously doing that in different phases. So for the 2-step, it requires an 8% target in the first stage, 5% target in the second stage. Overall loss, we've got 10% and 5%. So generally what most other prop firms offer nowadays as well, apart from FTMO. They've got news trading, profit split up to 95%, minimum trading days, all that sort of stuff seems pretty good. Then getting into the 1-step, what have we actually got? So 1-step always appeals to me because 1-step is a bit deceiving. Typically, the 1-step is going to look better on face value, but when you actually look at it, there might be something behind it. So let's just get into funded next one. So if we compare it for 100K, they've got a profit target of 10%, which is amazing, a max overall loss of 6%. So relatively speaking, that's the 2-step might actually be better because here you're looking to make what? 13% back? If we actually compare, where's my little calculator? If we compare the 10% to the 6, that's around the 1.66 overall. So you're looking to make around 16% back compared to the 14% over the stages of 2 months or 2 stages in a way. So really, truly, it does seem like the 2-step is actually a lot better. So I'm interested to see what this Stellar Light is going to be. So they offer it up to 100K. I'm assuming it's a challenge which is a bit cheaper. Yeah, there we go. So it's a bit cheaper, $399 as opposed to the $459 for the 100K. Then we've got an 8% profit target, a 4% profit target, and then the overall loss is 8% and 4% as well. So it does seem like this challenge is a bit harder, but a bit cheaper as well. In my opinion, when it comes to these types of things, I always go for the challenge which looks a bit easier anyways in terms of the numbers you have to achieve. For me, the fee is not the biggest thing, and it's not because I've got savings or whatever, but it's because if you're looking to take this prop firm challenge, you're looking to get funded anyways. So if you're going into that mindset of, oh, the fee's this much, I'm possibly going to lose out on $400 versus $549. Again, if you're going to be passing this, what are you going to be getting back? So this is the unique thing that they've actually gotten funded next. So they've got a 15% profit share from the challenge phase. So if we look at the little fine print, they say funded next traders are eligible for a 15% profit share from the challenge phase with their payout. And that's if they meet the 10% growth targets by the end of their trading cycle. So it seems like when you get funded and you actually get to your first payout, make sure that that first payout is a 10% profit because you will actually get this back on top. So if we know that the fee is $549, we get paid back $1,950. That's almost 4 times back once we get to that profit split. Now, this is pretty cheeky from Funded Next because I know the way that obviously all the prop firm industry works is most people are not going to be passing these challenges. So they actually retain most of the challenge fees back. Even for the guys that get past the challenge phase, they're obviously going to be waiting for them to get their payout. So smart on their end, but to be honest, for the good traders, it obviously benefits us. So for me personally, as a profitable trader, many of you watching these videos as well, you're probably going to be looking for that as well. So let's just see what they've got down here as well. So they've got the challenge phase, obviously getting the Funded Next account, and then finally getting rewarded. So this right here honestly seems to be the biggest game changer for Funded Next over here. Now, obviously comparing, they've got the profit split from the challenge phase. I personally like that a lot more than just getting the refund. They've got the profit share, which is 95% with the add-on, and then they've got 80% over here. In terms of profit target, 8%, 5%, 10%, 5%. So again, more competitive than FTMO. Jurisdiction, UAE, which is good to hear pretty much compared to Czech Republic. So yeah, pretty much all the types of basics that they've got over here. And then obviously some more promotional stuff at the bottom. Now, if we look at the FAQs, let's see if they've got anything interesting that people are asking. So things like copy trading rules, restricted, prohibiting trading strategies, all these types of things, definitely have a look through before you actually take the challenge. Now, what I'm going to do at this point is I'm actually going to go in and purchase the challenge for myself. So let's see how that all goes. Okay, so I'm actually going to go ahead and purchase the challenge account right now. So I'm going for a Stellar 2-step because that one seems to make the most sense to me. A 100K, so the fee is going to be $549. So let's just quickly click on that. And as you can see on the right hand side, what we get. And so at either MT4, MT5, I'm going to go for MT5. If we go for swap free, that adds an extra 10%. So to be honest, if you're holding overnight and everything like that, that will obviously affect it. For me personally, I don't think that's going to affect it at all. And then obviously once you've got add-ons as well, because obviously I'm trading intraday. For add-ons, you've got lifetime payout of 95%. That increases the price to 30% more. And then you've also got 150% reward for 10% plus. However, if you guys, I'm actually going to do the lifetime payout for an extra 95%. For an extra 30%. However, if you actually use the link from down below and click on it and use the coupon Diamant, as you can see, it's going to remain as the same price, but what you're actually going to get is 120% reward back when you get that first payout. So I think that's definitely what I'm going to be going with as well. I'm just going to get the payment done. I'll be back in a sec and we'll see what the dashboards look like. And okay, so now we're actually in the dashboard area. So this is pretty much what it looks like. To be honest, pretty simple, exactly what we need. In case we've got any tickets or any help required, obviously they've got their Discord and stuff. But this is going to be the main area. So as you can see, Estella two-step, phase 1, 100K has just been started. So I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how all of that is going to go. The link to that is actually going to be in my Telegram down below. So I've actually got a completely free Telegram for you guys to join. Again, the strategy that I'm actually going to be using, I've actually given out to you guys for completely free. If you want access to that, again, that's completely free down below. Just click one of the links where it says free course, free strategy, and obviously got you guys for that as well. So yeah, pretty book standard in the way it actually looks. I'm basically going to be starting with the challenge. So let's actually see from one of my top students, Manda, how this has actually worked, for him in terms of payouts, in terms of history. Let's see what he says. Okay, so here is going to be the review of one of the funded next traders. So Manda is actually one of my students who has now turned into a mentor himself. So he's doing pretty well for himself in the trading. So Manda, how long have you actually been with Funded Next?
Hello everyone. So I've been with Funded Next for, I would say, over a year now.
So over a year now. And in terms of the payout process, all that, like, let's talk about the trading conditions. What is it like? Do you ever get stopped out by anything? Is anything?
I'll be honest, I never had any problems when it comes to trading. So I never have like a huge spread, never get slippage. For me, it was all perfect. So to be honest, I don't have any bad thing to say about Funded Next.
No payout denials or anything like that, right?
No payout denial, no some crazy rules, nothing.
Yeah. You know, the thing is, obviously, just the other day, we broke down some of the prop firm rules for all the biggest ones out there. Yeah. From what it seemed like, Funded Next had the most simple ones. So obviously, it's good to hear. You've been with them for a while. Obviously, I'm taking their challenges now as well. In terms of your last payout with them, when was that, the most recent one?
Most recent one was a month ago.
A month ago. And how much was that for?
It was 9K.
Okay, so 9K. You're living healthy with that payout.
Yeah.
Okay, and then going forwards as well, are you looking to scale up with Funded Next? And what's your plan with that as well?
So I'm now funded with only 100K. I'm definitely going to add some balance. So I'll do max allocation, which is 300K. Okay. And yeah, so I'm definitely keeping in mind to have another account of 20K.
Okay, cool then. So obviously your monthly sort of earnings is just going to go up with the more funding you get.
Yeah.
Overall, then what you'd say, Funded Next, pretty good firm to go with, right?
In my opinion, I always did, and I will always recommend Funded Next for everyone because I wasn't have any bad experiences with them, so it will be always my recommendation.
All right, cool then, Manda. Thank you for coming on. Just a few simple questions. I just wanted to get it from you, who's been funded with them for a while. So yeah, anyways, man, thank you for that.
Thank you, man, and see you.
And okay, so that's basically Funded Next. Now we've wrapped up what the challenges actually look like. I've gone into the dashboard, seen what it looks like, and even looked at one of my students who has now been successfully funded with them and how the payouts have gone. So I'm going to be showing you guys my entire journey, getting funded with them, getting payouts, seeing how that whole process is as well. I'm going to be uploading everything in that Telegram, but also on this YouTube channel as well. So guys, if you do want to use the code to get your own Funded Next account, you get 120% reward for your first payout. Use that link down below, use the code in the description. And yeah, that's basically going to be it. If you want to look at one of the strategies that I'm actually going to be using for this challenge, click somewhere along this screen over here and you'll actually see my A+ setup, a 1 to 3 mechanical strategy, step by step. So guys, that's going to be it from me. Take care and I'll see you all in the next one.